What's the most insane reason your own family has ever kicked you out of Thanksgiving? For me, it was because I bought a truck. I was 28, single, and had just pulled into my parents' driveway. My trunk was literally overflowing with iPads, toys, and expensive gifts for my sister Emma's 3 kids. For the last 4 years, I was their personal ATM. I paid their rent when money was tight. I covered groceries. I basically funded their lives because Emma told me her husband, Joe, was constantly struggling to find work. I knocked on the door, expecting a hug. Instead, my mom cracked the door open, blocked the entrance, and told me I wasn't welcome to eat with them. Yeah, it gets worse. Emma yelled from the living room couch that Thanksgiving wasn't for cheapskates. She was pissed because I had just leased a new Chevy Silverado instead of paying for her family's winter vacation. My parents just stood there and agreed with her. I had literally brought hundreds of dollars in gifts, and I was being thrown out into the cold for not being an endless supply of cash. That's when I realized how incredibly toxic my family was. I didn't say a single word. I just turned around, got in my new truck, and drove home. I cut them off completely. No texts, no money, nothing. Fast forward 3 months. I get a call from an unknown number. It was a family law attorney, and you are never going to believe who her client was. It was Joe, my quiet, allegedly unemployed brother-in-law. He asked me to meet them at the lawyer's office downtown. When I walked in, the attorney slid a massive manila folder across the desk. Joe hadn't been unemployed. He was working 60-hour weeks trying to keep his family afloat. Emma had been lying to him and lying to me. She had taken the 40 grand I had given them over the years and funneled every single cent into a secret solo checking account. The lawyer showed me the bank statements. There were no grocery bills, no rent payments. It was all luxury spa retreats, $800 Sephora hauls, and secret weekend trips to Cabo with her friends. She was bleeding us both dry while her husband panicked about keeping the lights on. Joe was sitting there, absolutely broken. He had no idea I had been giving them money this whole time. So I decided to make one last investment. I paid the retainer for Joe's top-tier divorce lawyer. Then I covered the deposit for a beautiful new apartment for him and my nieces, 3 states away. We completely moved him out while Emma was on another one of her girls' weekends. When she finally came back to an empty house and a stack of divorce papers, she called me screaming. She demanded to know how she was supposed to survive without Joe's income or my handouts. I didn't even raise my voice. I just told her she should probably ask her Sephora points to pay the mortgage.